Sctv with Ethan Humble, Sophie Reese, Sam Hying, Katie Burns, and Dylan McChesney.
Good evening, and welcome back to Sctv, Simpson College's first student-run weekly newscast. I'm Ethan Humble.
And I'm Sophie Reese. Thanks for joining us.
As cold weather becomes more prevalent, the college is making some changes to the parking policy in times of the severe weather.
Our Ryan Magliines chatted with administration about the new snow ordinance policy with the possibility of students' vehicles getting towed.
Simpson College is planning to update its snow ordinance policy this year in the hopes of preventing certain problems that arose last winter.
What we encountered last year was few snow events, but then one really big one. And what we noticed is we had a hard time getting at the lots after we had that volume of snow. It was a double-digit snow amount.
The first piece of the new policy is a focus on communication between campus departments and students with cars on Simpson lots.
Residence life, campus security, and campus services will be working together to get the word out that, hey, we need you to relocate your cars.
The second piece is the ability to tow cars parked in lots that are scheduled to be cleaned.
The decision to tow vehicles was referred up to the President's Cabinet, and so the Cabinet said, okay, we'll agree with that, but there are certain caveats.
Those caveats include clear communication of what lots need to be clear and when. If cars are not moved in time, they will be towed at the student's expense.
When we tow a vehicle, we're going to tow from point A to point B on campus, so it's not like it's going to go to an impound lot and there's a charge, but the cost that the towing company gives Simpson will get passed on directly to the student. So we're not going to make any money, but if it's $125, it will be then added to the student's account.
Both Hansen and Schultz said that they hope the threat of towing will be enough to convince students to move cars and that it's a tool that won't actually have to be used. For Sctv News, I'm Ryan Magliines.
Okay, good. I was worried Travis or Traverse would be gone forever if I parked in the wrong spot. Phew!
The Black Box Theater features some of the most fun events on campus, ranging from Yell and Dance Like Hell to different guest performers joining us on campus.
Most recently, Black Box hosted a different type of event, an esports competition viewing party.
Ethan has more from the attempt to win the Valorant Grand Finals.
The Simpson Esports team competed in the Valorant Grand Finals last Wednesday against the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Valorant, one of the primary games the team plays, is a first-person shooter game with 5 players on each team. There was a viewing party in Black Box to watch the team's live stream with commentary from fellow teammates. About 30 people attended the viewing party. After winning the first map, the team would drop the next 2 en route to defeat.
So close. We'll get him next year.
But there's one Simpson athlete who got it done this year.
After his All-American honors, it only seemed right to send our Sam Hying to catch up with cross-country and track runner Spencer Moon.
Welcome back to Sam Sports Features. This week, I got to interview the Spencer Moon on his incredible season for cross country. Let's take a look at it.
I would say this summer I was a little more aggressive about pushing the miles. So I ran probably like 10 more miles a week than I normally had done in the past, and I could really tell at the end of the race, like I wasn't as fatigued as I normally was, so I think that was a big contributor. After my sophomore year of track, I really started to blossom as an athlete, and I was dropping a lot of time off my track times, and I was like, all right, I'm not trying to make nationals for cross country, I'm trying to get All-American, and I was thinking about that all summer and during cross season last year.
I asked Spencer about how the attention and pressure felt, as he's been one of the top athletes for Simpson.
All the eyes were just watching me, and I had a really good teammate too, so it was just trying to keep pushing every day in practice, and sometimes that's just not the best for running. You just need to take it easy. Thankfully, Simpson is very supportive of everyone around here, and I got a lot of texts from athletes and coaches and just saying congrats, and it was super cool, but just it was a lot at once. Before nationals, I don't like to wear stuff for like arm sleeves or gloves or anything. I just like to stay just my uniform, because I did my freshman year in high school. I wore something else, and I ran really bad. So I haven't done that since nationals, so I've taken a little bit of a break.
As Spencer is sprinting through his college career, I wanted to see what lies next, not only for the fifth year, but for the future.
It was a big deal to get All-American in cross country, but I still haven't done it in track, so obviously I'd like to do that for track. So getting top 8 in the 5K or 3K is probably the hope for indoors, and then getting top 8 for the 5 or 10K outdoors. Growing up in high school, I really liked Iowa State. I really wanted to run at Iowa State just because everyone dreams about going D1, and it would just be really cool. But I just didn't think that would be fair to the team and Heath, just from how much they've given me, to just take that and then move on without them. I'm definitely going to keep running. I think a lot of people, when they graduate, they kind of move to like road races like the marathon. I guess personally I'm pretty close to some really cool barriers time-wise on the track, so I'll probably stay on the track for at least a year or two, and then maybe transition to off the roads and try to run a fast half marathon or marathon. I just owe a lot of thanks to Heath and the coach, or Heath and I guess other coaches and around Simpson, and just the students at Simpson, and especially my team and family for the success I have had. And I just appreciate how Simpson's really welcoming of everyone, and everyone kind of follows everyone here, so I think that's a big deal. So
Not only is Spencer a great runner, he's also a great human. And Simpson is excited to see what comes next. For Sctv, I'm Sam Hying.
I'm so pumped to see what he does this track season.
But before we talk about spring sports seasons, we still have winter break ahead.
And with the holidays comes a rush of Christmas-themed music bound to brighten anyone's mood.
Our Katie Burns joins Sophie in seeing how well our students know the many songs stuck inside our heads this time of year.
What's your name?
Claire.
And do you want to play Finish That Lyric?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Rocking around the Christmas tree.
At the Christmas... Is it jolly?
What's your name?
Bryn.
You want to play Finish That Lyric?
Of course.
Okay. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, like a light bulb.
What's your name?
Mallory Burkhart.
Would you like to play Finish the Lyric?
Yes, I would.
Okay. Jingle bells, jingle bells.
Jingle all the way.
Yeah, let's get it.
What's your name?
Fred Sklars.
Do you want to play Finish That Lyric?
Yeah.
On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me.
I don't know, something with a bird.
What's your name?
Megan.
Would you like to play Finish the Lyric?
Yes.
Okay. Frosty the snowman was a jolly happy soul.
With the... Is it the hat first? With a big hat and a button nose.
Very close. I'll give that one to you. Thanks for playing.
What's your name?
My name is Brendan.
Do you want to play Finish That Lyric?
I would love to.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh.
Over the hills we get all the way.
Whatever, you got some help over there, whatever.
I'm Sophie Reese.
And I'm Katie Burns.
And this was Finish the Lyric.
Yeah, I won't lie to you. I'm not a big lyric guy. I would have struggled. Humming is a little more my style.
That's okay, Ethan. Maybe let the people who can actually sing, sing. You can sit this one out.
Harsh, but message taken. Into sports. Our women's basketball team tried to rebound after dropping their first conference game to Loris before break.
Already having one more loss than they had all of last year, the team played Iowa Wesleyan on their home court. Our Taryn Bertini has the highlights.
The Simpson women's basketball team took on Iowa Wesleyan at home. The Storm entered the contest 2-3, while the Tigers came in with a record of 6-3. And to start off the game, a pass from Macy Gaskell allowed Anna Wanek to score the first 3 points for the Storm. Anna again added 3 more points on the board from a fast break. On a pass from Anna, Elise Bolton made a 3-pointer, being the last points the Storm would score in the first quarter. The women ended the first quarter with 9 points, while the Tigers earned 16. The shot by Molly falls just short of the basket, but luckily her teammate Dylan was there for the putback. Anna takes this one herself to put 2 more points on the scoreboard. The students made sure to show up and show their support for the women. Haley Rasmussen passes the ball to Anna Wanek, who again makes a 3-pointer. On a pass from Elise, Haley puts in her own 3 points to add to the Storm's score. Haley adds yet another 3-pointer off of a pass from Chloe. Anna decides to take this one for herself again for another 2 points. And a pass from Lexi gives Molly the chance to put 2 more points on the board with a nice jumper. Lexi then scores her own 2 with a pass into the paint by Morgan. The Storm ended the third quarter with 39 to the Tigers' 55. A nice pass by Dylan allows Haley to score yet another 3-pointer. Haley then decided to take this one in for herself into the paint to score. Even though the Storm were getting beat, the fans were still in support for the women. A nice bounce pass by Maddox gives Chloe the chance to put in a nice layup. The final score of the game was 54-80, with the women coming up just short in the contest against a good Iowa Wesleyan team.
Ouch. Tough loss. Thankfully, they had another opportunity at home on Saturday.
The women and men both took on Co with the aspiration of collecting their first conference wins.
Our Katie Burns has the highlights from the hardwood.
The Simpson women's and men's basketball team faced their first conference match against Co at home. On the women's side, Anna Wanek takes it to the hoop for an easy layup. Haley Rasmussen recovers the rebound and passes to L Street for a wide-open layup in the paint. Macy Gaskell receives the ball, passes it to Morgan Pytig, and sees an open shot behind the arch for Rasmussen, and it is good. Pytig passes to Chloe Wyatt for the jump shot and sinks it. Wanek passes to Molly Lupmer for the 3 and makes it easy. With decent defense coming from Co, Wyatt was able to find the hole for an open jump shot in the paint, making it 34-36. Pytig sends it to Lupmer for the jump shot on the free throw line, and it is good. With a strong double overtime, the score fell to Co 70-77. On the men's side, coming in hot, Easton Darling wide open for the jump shot, scoring first for the Storm. Back-to-back, Darling recovers the ball for another jump shot, making it 13-all. Andrew Curran takes the ball just short front of the arch for the 2-point shot. Curran receives the ball and relocates it to Chris Hans, getting around the Co defense for the layup. Hans passes it to Curran for an open 3 and makes the shot. Andrew Gibb takes a fake for the 3, drives up the line for the layup, and is fouled on the shot for a 3-point attempt. Men were able to pull out a win, 74-63. For Sctv, Katie Burns.
Great win for the men.
One major asset the women's team has been missing is star two-sport athlete Cassie Nash.
It isn't often we report on members of our staff, but she is too incredible not to feature.
Our Dylan McChesney has more from the now All-American athlete.
I'm Cassie Nash. I play basketball and soccer here on campus, and I'm majoring in sports administration and multimedia journalism.
Cassie, over the last 4 years, has racked up a list of accomplishments between both of the sports she plays here at Simpson, with her most recent one being the first women's soccer All-American. However, she accredits them all to team efforts.
It wasn't something that I just did individually. It was the coaches, believing in me, working with me, helping me through everything. And then Haley was our assist leader, and so having her be able to pass me the ball to score, or defense getting shutouts and things along those lines. It was definitely definitely a full team deal.
She originally only came to Simpson to play basketball. However, thankfully for COVID, her perspective changed.
So soccer was my favorite sport until I got to high school. When I got to high school, it switched to basketball. So I didn't have like the best experience with soccer in high school. So by the time I committed, I had decided I just wanted to do basketball. And then, you know, COVID happened, and so the girls that I played with in high school got their senior season taken away. And so just seeing that they didn't have the opportunity to like do that, I didn't want to end up not playing and regretting it.
And Abby Cazzoni, a fellow senior on the women's soccer team, is sure glad she did.
Right away we knew she was going to be really good and really help us in our attack and score goals. And she's always just like a super positive person. I feel like I take things kind of serious sometimes, like being a captain. I feel like I was really like overwhelmed with things of the team, and Cash just kind of reminds me to like enjoy the moment and have fun with sports.
And one of those moments the two of them got to share this season is one of Cassie's favorite memories over her time here at Simpson.
Season when we played Central and Megan Roberts got a hat trick on a bicycle kick, so it was just like really cool seeing like how excited the whole team was. It showed that we all like support each other, and it's not all about like our individual gains, but seeing how happy everyone was for Megan in that moment and supporting each other was really cool.
Cassie is not planning on graduating this coming May and intends to take a 5th year to continue dominating the ARC in her respective sports.
Keep up the great work for both us and for Storm Athletics, Cassie. Way cool.
In other sports, a trio of Storm runners took a trip to Ethan's home state for some hurdling action.
I had the pleasure of attending and couldn't help but film while I was there. Max Cleveland, Ulysses Patterson, and Clark Latcham kicked off their indoor season in Minnesota on Saturday in the 60-meter hurdles. Cleveland would set 2 personal bests after running an 8.28 in prelims and an 8.27 good enough for 4th place in the finals. Latcham and Patterson just missed qualifications to the finals, coming in at the 9th and 10th positions, with the top 8 making the finals.
Elsewhere, men's and women's swimming were at the Pioneer Classic at Grinnell. The women would place 6th and the men took 7th.
However, Kate Minette and Jay Sieperle put together some excellent performances for the Storm. Minette would earn ARC Performer of the Week honors for placing in the top 5 in 5 of the 8 events she swam in.
On the mats, the men won 25-12 at Augustana, Illinois, Thursday, before competing in the Buena Vista Open Saturday.
Our Dylan McChesney would go undefeated to win the 125-pound bracket. Zach Stewart would get second in the 149-pound weight class, and Shane Mathias, Colton Kinnison, and Shyler Langley would each only lose once in their strong outings.
That's going to be all from us here tonight, and that's my last episode of the semester. I will see you all in January.
Sad. We humbly thank you for your time. I will be back with special co-host Zach Ambrose for the semester recap edition next week. Until then, you stay classy, Simpson.